Hello everyone, this is Regnant Review. On today's review, we are going to be discussing Nollywood movie titled The Messiah. The Messiah is a movie produced by Onyi C. Onyi and it is directed by Don Sengo Ndubisi. Nollywood is actually stepping up their productions these days. Watching most of their movies, you get to learn strong moral lessons. The Messiah dives deep into the complexities of human nature and the consequences of challenging the authority. As the drama unfolds, the viewers are drawn into a gripping tale of obsession, controversy, and enduring struggle for freedom. Within the depths of this film lies a captivating tale of the unyielding battle between a cult group known as the Cartel and a young pastor brimming with ambition. As the Cartel sought to control the pastor, he defiantly resisted their grasps, sparking a controversy that rippled through society, leaving a trail of destruction and tragedy in its wake. Onyi C. Onyi is one of my favorite writers. Each movie he creates is always a masterpiece. They are beautifully and exceptionally well crafted and filled with depth and meanings. And I noticed that the writer seems to take into consideration the way people speak, the dialects and intonations. It is very obvious that the movie is living in the now time. I personally enjoyed watching this production, that the genre level is very distinct and captivating. The scenes look incredible. In the scene, the people floored the church. The whole story is all exceptional and evocative. It is that similar to like if you have been to church of today, especially that of the Nigerian church. It's exactly the setting, the way they set the way how it is physical in Nigerian church. That is exactly how they set the scenes. The costume as well, the production, the design, everything is immersive into what is happening in our time. The camera movement as well is so unique. You have a lot of long static takes, but sometimes you are moving around of the outside of the buildings and you are seeing a whole and all different kinds of things that you can relate with. In fact, you could really feel that you are part of this world, you know. Yul Edochie's bodyguard nailed his role. I think Nollywood, I've seen him act this kind of, take this role in different stories. Nollywood seems to be giving him this kind, and he acts so well when he takes up this role. So, but in this very particular movie, he was so on point. He representing the heartless sets of people who take other people's lives without any feelings, any remorse. Watching his actions, you could feel the reality of his victims. He interprets his role so well. Yul Edochie, who is the lead character, he played the character of the Messiah himself. He calls himself the first son of Messiah in the movie. Yul representing the big daddies who see themselves as gods of men. He played the role of Daddy G.O. so realistically as I have ever seen. I can imagine a lot of that were aided by proper attention to details, to the happenings in the real world. Every word out of his mouth was dripping with reality. And the look is absolutely transformative. It's true to type. There are elements of his facial expression that I didn't expect. But that's one thing that tells us that the production crew did an amazing job. In as much as it is a movie loaded with pain, betrayal, and chaos. However, in awkward places, it strangely makes you laugh. And that is the reality of many Nigerians. They go through pain, betrayals, and brutality, etc. Yet, they still have time to smile, to laugh. Like, for instance, the scene where he said, Messiah no small. Yeah, is is a film laden with pain, but yet you still find yourself laughing at certain places. The writer seemed to be a great researcher. The scene of the occult, the occult group, they believe in brotherhood. They believe that brotherhood is the only way to success. And as for them, no other organization matters. They believe they are at the top. They believe they can control. They believe they rule the world. The leader of the group, played by Jerry, known as DK, the character of DK, he played his role so well as one who is in authority and as one who would not let go of the things that he tried to bring up or the person he tried to bring up. And in this cartel, they have their inner caucus made up of people of high class, people at the top, people who are holding top positions in the government house. They have drug production companies. They set up human traffic organizations, hotels, schools, name them, and the church as well. That is where this pastor now comes in. They also are the ones who employed the pastor. The pastor, first known as Chimaroke, later began to answer the son of the Messiah, the first son of the Messiah. They did this because they know that churches are they know that the church is one of the greatest assets where they can easily sell their products. So the story goes like this. First, DK, the leader of the cult group, goes in search of a true devoted preacher. And that person happened to be Chimaroke. Chimaroke was a poor preacher. When DK found him, DK capitalized on his poverty, capitalizing on the fact that he is poor and hungry. DK offered Chimaroke a better opportunity to continue his preaching, what he knows how to do, but then in a higher level. Chimaroke, in turn, went back home to his wife. Chimaroke and his wife see this opportunity as God's answer to their prayers. Chimaroke, blindfolded by the numerous gifts given to him by DK and the cartel, he failed to see beyond the surface. He failed to see the secret behind their elaborate giving to him. He later got to know the secret, and that's only when he was already immersed into the point of no return. It was the time they were demanding a lot that was against his beliefs. He actually confronted them and told them that their demands were against his beliefs. So they threatened to take away all the goodies that they have given to him. Chimaroke, scared of going back to poverty again, he decided to yield and adjust his beliefs. Like they said, if you can't beat them, you join them. And so he became part of them. He became part of the cartel. Not only did he become part of the cartel, he outgrew them. You know, he was the star of this whole thing. He went to the extent of that he could delete people in a second and cover them up because his backups are from the highest authority of the country. Some of the atrocities he committed were reported to the police, but were swept under the carpet because even the police, the highest police leader, belonged to this cartel, this group. And so most of all the atrocities he committed were just closed up. It was not until when DK, the cartel, the leader of the cartel, when his niece was deleted, that was when he realized that human life has been taken. Of all the lives that they were taking, those ones did not matter to him until it got to one of his family members. And that brought the disagreement, the riffle between them. They now divided into two. Most of them were with DK, but Chimaroke, known as the first son of the Messiah, refused to bow. He was trying to protect his own image, and then he sees the actions of the cartel as a stab to his back. DK, on the other hand, was determined to avenge the death of his niece. He was thinking that the pastor was still the same Chimaroke he picked from the street, not knowing that that Chimaroke was nailed. That Chimaroke has disappeared. The person he was dealing with at this time was the Messiah, no longer Chimaroke. He only realized that he has outgrown him later when he found himself in police custody. Little did he know that when he initiated Chimaroke, he killed the good person in him and unleashed the other side of him. The character Messiah was the lead and the one through which we see all the happenings in the movie that guide us. The true shining star of the movie is Blade, played by Akachi Max. His interpretation of his role is quite impressive. He has to do multiple compulsion. He has to do a killing scene, scenes that are very intense and very troubling. Long take sequences that require genuine situations of being heartless enough for us to connect with him, to understand why he did what he did. He got to play as Yo's bodyguard. He also plays the role of one who monitors all of the happenings. He also plays the role of covering the organization's mess, especially that of Messiah, protecting the image of the entire cartel and of the son of the Messiah. I didn't find the role of the wife of the Messiah quite emotional in a traditional sense. I do think it's more of contradiction to true life happenings. To true lives of the wives of the Jews, the pastors. It has a lot of contradictions and unsettling scenes. I didn't find myself feeling bad for the pastor's wife in any particular part. To me, the real emotional aspect of this movie is the scenes of those girls that played the prostitutes. Like those girls that were sleeping with the man of God, the Messiah, and how they were dealing with the traps they got themselves into. And also thinking of how they could get themselves out of these traps, out of the hand of the Messiah, especially the one that got caught and got killed. Not just one that got killed, but there was one that they asked to the bodyguard came in to ask him to ask her to get ready for the Messiah to have his way on her. And she remembered her past experience with the man of God. She really didn't want to go again. She complained, but she had no choice. So when she saw that she had no choice, she had to make phone call to call her brother. She recorded a lot and was crying. You could feel her emotions. You could feel she was scared of her life. You could feel it, the way she acted that part. That's really the scene that got me so much. I know I felt emotional, but that very particular scene got me so emotional. So you could feel her pain through her acts. She acted so nice, so perfectly there to me. So the time she was calling her brother, she got caught and she got deleted. And also along the way, her brother, who wanted to fight for her death, to fight for justice, reported the case to the police. Already we know that the police leaders belong to this cartel. So the case was swept under the carpet. The brother also got killed along the way. So these are the scenes that got me so emotional. That's the aspect of the movie that I found so disturbing. There were also bloody visuals that were so great. Overall, The Messiah was quite an interesting movie. Nollywood continues to improve the industry to be a voice for the people. And we should endeavor to support movies like this so we can push it out there to see if we will be able to tackle the injustice that goes around our society. With this, what do you think about the movie? Thanks for tuning in. Leave your comment below, and please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up for me. I love you. See you next time.